guys, Luke here for SimBoxx with my prediction for Daniel Dubois versus Joe Joyce coming up this weekend. European, British, Commonwealth titles all on the line, undefeated records on the line. Somebody's always got to go. The irresistible force meets the immovable object. Daniel Dubois' undoubted power versus Joe Joyce's granite chin. It's such a fascinating fight. It's been scheduled and rescheduled time and time again, and finally it's here. Finally it's fight week, and my prediction is I'm going with the underdog, the betting underdog. You know, as big as 3 or 4 to 1 in places for Joe Joyce to get the win, and that's what I'm going with. I think Daniel Dubois is going to come with an early onslaught. I think he's going to go head hunting, and I think he's going to gas in the middle rounds. I think Joe Joyce's engine and relentless punch output will tell the later the fight goes, and I think it goes to around 9 or 10 before Joe Joyce takes over and forces the stoppage to pick up the win.
Week, Dynamite Daniel Dubois versus Juggernaut Joe Joyce. You know me, I always like to look for an example from history, and I think the example is Lennox Lewis versus Frank Bruno. You know, we've got the big, powerful, upright fighter in Frank Bruno and in Joe Joyce, and then the young up-and-comer in Lennox Lewis and Daniel Dubois. I think that the fight plays out very similarly. You know, Bruno beat up Lennox Lewis, he won rounds, he was really in control, you know, he found his rhythm in that fight. But the great fighters like Lennox Lewis, and like I hope Daniel Dubois will find the opening. Lennox Lewis found it in the 7th. I think Daniel Dubois will do the same. 7th round stoppage, Daniel Dubois.
Hi guys, it's Lee here for SimBoxx. Just giving my prediction on the big one this weekend, Dubois versus Joyce. Great UK fight, and I think it's going to be very exciting. For me, I'm going to go Dubois in 5. I just think he's got serious power, although we do know that Joyce has got a very good chin. I think if he goes past 5, then I'd go for Joyce to win on points. With his boxing skills, I feel are superior to what Dubois are. But yeah, I'm edging towards Dubois in 5. Although Joyce has got himself in some serious shape for this fight as well, so tough one to call, but yeah, I'll go Dubois.
I think the fight this weekend between Daniel Dubois and Joe Joyce is one of the trickiest ones to call of late. They're both big, powerful, strong men, and they've both got natural power, however it manifests in different ways. Daniel Dubois has got the raw, brute, knockout power, whereas Joe Joyce is just like a big bear, a George Foreman type that just keeps coming and is just really strong. It's really interesting as to who's going to win. Personally, I'm going to go against the grain a bit, and I'm going to say Joe Joyce is going to walk him down. I've not seen Joe Joyce particularly flustered once yet, as a professional, very little, in his days in the WSB or as an amateur. So I think that he should be able to wear Dubois down, but we will see what both men are made of, and it's a good test for either one of them. Whereas Dubois will probably be able to come again if he does lose, whereas Joe Joyce really does need this, or it's difficult to work out where he goes from here.
Alex here from SimBoxx. A very tough matchup this weekend. I think honestly whoever wins this could be in prime position for a heavyweight title shot. We have the veteran John Joyce versus, the up-and-comer Daniel Dubois. The thing is, in terms of experience, when you really look at it, overall as a whole, John Joyce clearly with his age and, with his pedigree and background, he has, a leg up here on Dubois in that field. But in terms of just raw power and youth, I got to go with Dubois. So that's what I'm going to say. Daniel Dubois takes this fight, 4th round, TKO.
Hi guys, it's Bobby here from SimBoxx with my prediction for this Saturday night's big fight between Daniel Dubois and Joe Joyce. I believe Dubois wins between rounds 5 and 9. I think we get a cagey first 3 or 4. And I think then when the fight starts opening up and Joyce walks forward as he does and trusts his chin, I think Dubois lands. And when Dubois lands, he hits different. And whether you're the juggernaut or you've got a chin like Joyce, when you land it, you game over with Dubois.